There's no place I'd rather be.
No, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Man United have to face Arsenal at the Emirates. So let's get into the team. You can see the team that I'm going for this week, yeah, as you can see right there. But let's start the game anyway. We've got a couple of things to talk about. Obviously, we've got to talk about... what have we got to talk about? I don't know. Obviously, we've got to talk about last week's match, which was against Swansea at home, and yet again we drew at home. So we have dropped a point where we should have won, and it was like, yeah, it was like. There's not much to explain about it. I mean, the game was pretty poor. Rooney and Martial up front. I think Lingard played it as well on the right. We were, to be honest, it wasn't the best of games for United. We were poor defensively. We were quite poor pretty much in the whole entire game. Obviously, we had no Pogba. We had Pogba didn't start. We had a couple of people injured, and to be honest, Swansea deserved the draw in the end, I think, personally, just because, you know, United, we had a couple of chances, but, I mean, we got lucky. And how do you mean, how did we get lucky? Well, young Rashford, he decided to dive. It was a dive. We got a penalty from Rashford diving, but it's a dive. It's a blatant dive, and you can see it's a blatant dive, so... We shouldn't have got that, but yeah, we went 1-0 through Wayne Rooney. We did have a couple chances before that. Lingard, I think Martial put a great ball through to Lingard, and Lingard should have finished the goal, but unfortunately didn't. So yeah, so went into half time 1-0. Rooney scored the penalty. Obviously, it's going to be Rooney on the penalty. So Rooney scored the penalty. Then after that, we started the second half pretty much better. We didn't, we didn't let them have the ball as much as we did as the first half, and we just, we had one really good chance where Rooney was, I think it was Herrera, crossed it into Rooney, and Rooney shot, and all he had to do is put it in, and basically Martial was in the way, and yep, Pogba should have scored. Go on, Valencia. Oh my god, what a goal. Yeah, we had one chance. That was like our one chance in that second half, I think, really. I think we did have another chance, but I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that was our main chance, a cross-field ball, Rooney, all he had to do, it was right there, it was going to go in, but Martial got in the way. So that was that, 1-0, and then we gave a free kick away. Now, if you don't watch Swansea, Sigurdsson is a very good free kick taker. And if you give him a chance to take a free kick, 25 yards out, he's definitely going to go for goal. So, what happened was, we did have Herrera on the post, originally. Then, for some reason, Herrera just decided to... go back into the wall, unless he got a message from the player or from Mourinho or from David De Gea. He pretty much, went back into that wall, and then literally 5 seconds later, Sigurdsson scores, and pretty much, Sigurdsson scores, and pretty much, oh, great save, get that. Yeah, Sigurdsson scores, and it was pretty much where Herrera was, so that is really annoying. So yeah, that was that. And then yeah, obviously we drew the game 1-1, so it put our top 4 chances into doubt. Obviously Liverpool won the next day 1-0 as well, which is disappointing for us. So that was that. And then obviously fortunately we did get a bit of luck with Carrick, unlucky. We did get a bit of luck with Man City drawing as well, so Top 4 is still on, but we just got we just got to wait. Unless like Liverpool are now, I think they're 4 points ahead of us, but we've still got that one game in hand. But yeah, Liverpool themselves, it looks like they're going to get top 4, so it's between Man City and us now. But I think Mourinho did say this week that his Europa League is his priority now. So yeah, that was that. So obviously from the game as well, we did lose an injury. We did lose Luke Shaw in the first 10 minutes. A foot injury, and apparently he's out for the rest of the season. So we won't have Luke Shaw anymore, and as well as we did lose Eric Bailly. And fortunately enough, he was fit enough. He wasn't too bad, the injury, and he was fit enough to play this game on Thursday, which was last night against Celta Vigo in the first game of the semi-finals. And we pretty much dominated Celta Vigo. We won 1-0 that game. Rashford scored a beautiful free kick, which was very good for us. So we won that game at 1-0 to go into the second leg. So yes, let's talk about our next game, which is obviously Arsenal at the Emirates. And Mourinho has said that he will play a weakened side, but knowing Mourinho, it could be tactics, but I think he will play like this team, like he played against Swansea. What a goal! Is that Mkhitaryan or Juan Mata? It's Juan Mata. I think he will bring in Juan Mata, Mkhitaryan, Martial and Rooney back into that squad, and then obviously bring Chris Smalling back in, he might bring Jones instead of Bailly. Obviously play Valencia and then Darmian as left backs, or he might play Blint as left back. I don't know, but and then obviously De Gea in net. But we did get some good news on Thursday. Obviously, it was Juan Mata played last Sunday as well. We got a bit of news that it's Smalling, Jones, Pogba and Bailly was fit enough to play that Thursday. So we do have a couple of centre backs left, but unfortunately in that Celta Vigo game we did lose Ashley Young, unfortunately, and it did look like Rashford had a bit of an injury on that game last night. He did come off, but it was only like a limp, so we weren't too sure. Not too sure on that. He might say something in the press conference today or something about Rashford. I don't think Rashford will play. I think it will be Rooney up top. I think Pogba and Carrick will play. I don't know if Mata will. He might play Mata and Mkhitaryan together, or he might play Herrera. I think he might rest Herrera, and then he might play. I don't know. He might play Jones as right back as well. He might play Blint as left back. I don't know. Let's see what happens. It will be obviously it will be De Gea in net, but it looks like Mourinho is going to play a weakened side, whatever the case. He might even play like Tuanzebe or something like that. So that's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, Arsenal themselves, they lost last week against Tottenham. I think if Man United can get a cheeky win, I think that's obviously it's them out of the top 4 race as well. But obviously they do have I think they have a game in hand over both of us. So even if they lose this weekend, I think they are out of it personally. But let's just wait and see. It will be a great game. Arsenal, Man United. Oh, what a goal from Martial! I think it will be a great game, whatever the case. Obviously, it's Arsenal and Man United. They're always good games. I think if we can get a victory, I mean, it depends what side he puts out. I mean, obviously he can't play Fellaini. I think he will go strong actually. He'll bring in Rooney, bring in Martial. I think he'll keep Pogba on that centre midfield with Herrera and Carrick, and then obviously, I think he might bring in Juan Mata for that game, and then he might play him as the number 10 or something like that. I don't know. But it will be quite an interesting game. Obviously, Arsenal themselves, they have been a bit poor this season, as I could say. Let's just say that. Yeah. So, Yeah, so I think it will be this squad. I think he obviously will bring in Carrick again. He'll bring in either Smalling or Jones. He might play Jones as right back and then give Valencia a rest for the next week against Celta Vigo, obviously. Obviously, left back is another position we will need filling as well, obviously, because obviously Luke Shaw and Ashley Young are injured now, so we are a bit short left back. But I think he will play either Blint or Darmian there. He'll probably will be Blint, I think, because obviously Blint and Darmian did play the whole game last week. Did play the whole game last night, I should say. Also, there's quite an interesting fact. We had Darmian as centre back on that Swansea. That was quite fun to watch. Literally him and Darmian as centre backs. Could not predict that. So 4-0. Yeah. So if Arsenal do lose, I think it's top 4 is out of their perspective. I think if United can get a draw or something like that, it would be alright. Like I said, I think it doesn't matter if we lose or draw. I personally think now, just got to hope for a win. Really, I would like us to to win, because obviously it will be funny to watch Arsenal lose against us. But I think it will. Yeah, I think it. Go on, Pogba. Long shot, Pogba. Oh, unlucky. I think it will be a quite. I don't think it will be a boring game, because obviously Arsenal themselves have changed their formation. They've started playing 3 at the back as well, like Tottenham and Chelsea. So it's been an interesting couple of games with Arsenal at the moment, but you don't know what Arsenal's going to turn up. It could be a good Arsenal, it could be a bad Arsenal. I mean, obviously they beat Man City, but then they lost to Spurs, so anything can happen. But I think if we can get a cheeky 1-0 victory, I'll take it. But I think it might be like a 1-1 draw or something like that. I can just see it being a draw personally, but I wouldn't mind a draw really. Obviously, if we can stay 5th, make sure that we got that 5th spot, or even if we win, it's not too bad. But I want us to win, so I'm going to go for a score. I'm going to go for 1-0 Man United, probably Rooney or Martial to score. So there's my score prediction. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time. So right, I'm going.